welcome back everybody. This is Sonic and the Glitchless Gauntlet. This is a GDQ HOTFIX where we are taking a whole bunch of different Sonic games and we are seeing the speedruns for them that don't include sort of jamming ourselves through walls, not doing, well, generally trying to avoid that. You know, it's a Sonic game. Sometimes things happen. I mean, I'll get supposedly glitched earlier, but that's neither here nor there now. We are still in the 8-bit games. Before we hand over to Sonic Labyrinth, you can see the demo at the moment. This is certainly not like the other games that you've seen so far, but whilst I'm here, might as well say that the Games Done Quick Highlights channel is up on YouTube, and we sort of record highlights and put them into neat short videos where you can see the best of what's been going on during the week in the different hotfixes. So if you use the !highlights command, you can learn more about that, and hopefully there will be a bumper video full of all of this lovely Sonic goodness. And kingrhodes is gonna keep us going. This is Sonic Labyrinth.
Thank you, Hypnox, for that introduction. Yes, we are going to be playing some Sonic Labyrinth, and if you've never seen this game, you're in for a treat. Long story short, Eggman, from my knowledge, kidnapped Sonic, and he took his speed shoes from him, and actually gave him speed down shoes, and he put it in a labyrinth, and this is where we're at. So I'm ready here. So let's give a countdown. 3, 2, 1. Go.
Good luck.
Okay, thank you. So you'll see here that we don't really want to run a ton when we're doing this game. We want to spin dash pretty much everywhere that we go. We've already missed the first key, so that's not a great start. You're supposed to just hold down and win. So the whole gimmick of this game is to collect 3 keys in 3 different stages. Once you collect the 3 keys, you open up a door at the end of the stage, and then you get out and you just kind of progress your way through. Each 4th stage is a boss fight. After the boss fight, then you go on to the next act, and there's 4 acts here. So that's kind of the whole process here. You can control Sonic when he's rolling. It's very precise. You're not going to see me do tons and tons of crazy wall bounce strats. But other than that, we're kind of going to keep going here. But this is kind of the gist of Sonic Labyrinth. Find the 3 keys and get through. So now we're in the Labyrinth of the Sky Act 2, Zone 2 here. Kind of same process. We're going to hold down here and we're going to finish all the way through. We get the key, bounce off the wall here. Then we want to avoid this enemy. Right there is good. That guy will hit me a ton, so I just kind of am okay with kind of backtracking a little bit. Nice little bounce off the wall. We're going to go up to the top wall. We take these springs that we'll see a few times. We get the 3rd key and we're out here. So a lot of times, if you blink, you will miss these stages here. They're very fast stages. There are 4, 8, 12, 16 of them. So let's see what we can keep doing here.
So anyone who knows...
You're good.
Well, if anybody knows of your reputation when it comes to Sonic games, there are isometric titles that they know you running that aren't this game.
Yes, for sure. So I am a 3D Blast runner, which kind of is the reason that got me in this game. So S2, another member of our kind of Sonic community, put me onto this game as part of the Sonic Isometric Trilogy run. So I learned the 3 Sonic ISO games, and this was one of them. This was a lot of fun to pick up. I actually never even played this game casually. The first time I ever played this game, I pulled up the world record and was like, all right, let's see how we play this game. So I never had to kind of punish myself and go through these levels, because I know for a fact I never would have been able to make it through half of this. Some of these mazes are absolutely insane, and I don't think the Game Gear's battery life would have made it through. That's for sure. So now we're on 1-4 here. So this is the first boss fight that we're going to see. So all boss fight, the stages kind of take you down this ramp. You just want to grab a couple rings and you want to stay to the high side on this one so you avoid all these obstacles. You kind of can barely see, there's little windows that are on the map. So when you go through them, it'll actually kind of slow you down for about a second or so. But it sends you, shoots you down this little tube, because of course in 8-bit we got to have tubes. So we go through the tube here and we get to the boss room. Now, when we're doing this here, there's 2 kind of strats that you can do for this boss. I hang out in this corner here because I never get the 1 cycle on this boss fight. So when this boss kind of pushes you back and forth, we just keep spin dashing. We're going to keep getting hits, hopefully. The boss will move right there. He still moves in that line, so then we get the emerald and we're out. So So we kind of stay there. The one cycle is a little bit faster if you can stay forward or top and down on the map. However, again, like I said, we don't normally get the strat, so I just go over the side and it makes it easier. I don't have to adjust anything. But that's Act 1, Zone 1, whatever it is. So now we're in the Labyrinth of the Sea. So now we introduce the cannons in the stage, the only time we're going to see these cannons. Again, you have to go precise order to get this. I'm actually going to walk and get that key, because if I spin dash off of that, which I have before, I don't know the way back. So again, when I learned the speed run, I did not really learn any kind of backups type of stuff, because you just kind of go from one spot to another. So if I do get lost, it does take me a little bit longer to kind of backtrack and get where I'm supposed to go. So fingers crossed that we kind of stay on track like we're supposed to here. But again, there's 2-1. So the stages are super fast. Once you know all the key placements, they don't ever change. Enemy placements don't ever change. So it's pretty straightforward once you get here. So it's all about not taking damage, which we have not mentioned yet, because we have not taken damage yet. So hopefully we can avoid that entirely. But this level, we're gonna start by going straight up, bounce off the wall, and hit that little fishy, claw, lobster, crab, I don't even know what you want to call it, robot. Something with, it looks like a crab type thing. But we're gonna go through here, we're gonna bounce off this wall, kind of back into the little teleporter. Now these doors here can take you to different rooms once you enter them. So sometimes doors have different entrances and exits. Then if I went back in the same door that I came out, it's not gonna take me to the same spot. We're gonna see that more in later stages. So again, when you get lost, you can really get lost in this game.
I was about to say, that sounds hellish. Oh my goodness.
Yes. So that level's not as bad, but yeah, if I go in a door and you kind of go, oh, I gotta go back through because you missed something, it's taking you to a completely different part of the level. So you have to have them memorized, but again, we're staying on track here. So now we're moving to 2-3. 2-3 is one of my favorite stages for, I don't know why, I just like the palette, I like the key placements, the movement placements. From there, let's dodge this, let's dodge this. So we have a chance of taking damage here. We got the key, very nice. So those spikes can hit you, but if you're spin dashing, you're not really actually going to take damage. So we're gonna keep going through there. So you do see me do a lot of like quick spin dashes. To me, that's still faster than just obviously walking it is, but I still don't know all the strats of like the perfect bounces from the walls and all that kind of stuff to go from key to key exactly where you're at. Like I actually did not line that up correctly, but we're out anyways. We're good. 2-3's done, and we're going to the next boss fight, which when you start playing this game, this is the worst boss fight in the entire game. This is one of the few places that we have a chance of taking a death. This boss is, I believe, the only RNG in the entire game. And you'll see, and I'll explain that as I kind of get into the fight. But once again, we're going to make this giant down slope here. We're going to grab a couple rings and we're going to hug the top of the wall. And we're just going to roll the win here through this. Excuse me there. So kind of piggybacking again what Hip said earlier, I am an isometric speedrunner a little bit, so I've done a lot of 3D Blast. So this was a good change of pace from that run. And this was a lot of fun to learn. And again, there's definitely no glitches, especially this being the glitchless, Sonic gauntlet here that we're doing. So we got this level. These are actual like shell crabs here. So it starts off there, and then the big version of it forms up top. When he opens up, that's when you can hit him. And I actually took damage here. We got a safety ring. So when you don't know when he opens up, you kind of have to just kind of chill on the side. But then you have bounces there. We missed another hit. This is not going well. We've not gotten lucky. I thought he was going to close. Okay. So we're staying alive. That's all we're trying to do here. There we go. We got another one. And that's the boss fight. We actually got an extra hit that I didn't notice. So sometimes enemies don't blink. When he didn't blink like 2 times, I thought we didn't get the hit there. So didn't lose us a ton of time. But again, once you don't die there, I'm happy. So many runs have died there when I started learning this game. So once we're out, we're good. So now we're going to 3-1. We're now in Labyrinth of the Factory. So there's definitely kind of machine elements in this. We definitely see, I got hit there, which is okay. Come on, come here, thank you. we've seen an enemy hold a key before, but this is the first time that the enemy actually kind of moves around. So the enemies have a set pattern every single time, so I just kind of wait for the enemy to come to where it's supposed to lines up perfectly here, and once it lines up perfectly, we're able just to kind of hit all three pieces of that little snake body. And now we also see teleporters, and the good thing about teleporters is these teleporters actually do take us to where they go to and come from, and there we go, our first damage. So as you see, when you take damage, you lose all three of your keys. Now, we lost them in a small spot right there, so they all stayed in the general vicinity of Sonic. However, there are areas where keys can kind of fall off ledges, and if they fall off ledges, they'll either despawn or they will go to a spot that you may not be able to get to. And if you do not get a key fast enough, then the keys will go back to their original placement. And again, if you knew where each placement was, so if I lost 3 keys and gathered 2 of them, say the middle key on my screen's missing, I should know where the middle key is at. I, however, do not know where all the keys are at, like which one is which. So I would have ended up just kind of going through the whole piece there. So we do have a light warning here. So if you're sensitive to flashing lights, look away for a few seconds. I'll let you know when it's good to come back. It is coming up shortly when we get a power-up. We do grab the power-up intentionally, and sometimes you get speed shoes. I guess that's a factor of RNG. The power-ups do change. So when I get speed shoes, there's a lot of flashing lights. So go ahead and look away now, and I will let you know when you can look back. So we grab this power-up here. There was the flashing lights. You're good. You can now look back. We did not get speed shoes. So that was the only instance of like real bad flashing lights. Again, there are speed shoes in this game that do make Sonic run faster. It's still not faster than kind of spin dashing effectively, but that's neither here nor there. Now, we did skip this 3rd key right here, so that way we're able to get a bounce off that wall on the 2nd key, and the 3rd key's at the door, so now we're right at the exit and we get out. So that's 3-2. And now we go to 3-3. So 3-3 is another instance that I have a very, very big chance of dying, or I used to. I've learned the enemy placement a lot better, so let's hope this goes really, really crispy here. If not, we're going to have to redo the whole stage, which we don't really want to do here. So the first key we're going to hold down and go all the way to the end of the stage here. We're going to get on this like little kind of platform that slows Sonic's speed down. We're gonna get on this platform. If you do fall off those platforms, you do die. You do fall down to a pit, and there's kind of like spikes and like lava, blood looking stuff, so it's kind of a little gory little scene there. But we avoided the death there. So now we're on this platform. If I would have not watched a speed run to learn this game, I'd never have known that platform is there. Like, you have to wait so long. We're going to go up to this light blue tile. We're going to hold down. We killed all 3 of the parts of the body, and we're good. So that is the end of 3-3. Now we have to wait for this platform to come back, and the exit door is right where we started. So we just took one giant circle all the way through, slid into the door. We're out. 3-4 is underway.
Smooth. That looked real smooth. I love the way that sort of you use the walls to like bunker around. Like, it's super effective.
Yeah, it can be. And there's even better strats where you can kind of hold one charge and bounce everywhere to where you want to go. I've gotten used to where Sonic, if you hit the A button or the spin button twice, Sonic comes out of his roll. So you can actually use that to kind of let Sonic hug walls and kind of wrap around walls too as well instead of bouncing. And I've used that as kind of a little more effective than just learning all the angles off the bat, but it kind of works. But this stage we hold down. We hold down on this stage, or face down. You can get hit by an explosion at the top if you hold it. But then this fight here is probably my favorite boss fight. One of the easiest, which is why I guess it's the favorite. We just go to the corner and we just wait. So we just stand there. I'll let you show the back of what Sonic Sprite looks like here for a second. And then he does have an idle animation. And we're going to see more of that actually in the last fight. But we hold the wall here and we just kind of spin dash, let the wall bounce. We can slow it down as we're going back, and then we hold a bigger charge and bounce off the wall, and that's the fight. So we just stay in the corner and spin to win. So now we've left 3 zones. 3 zones are down, and now we're on to the final 4 here. Now, the first 2 aren't terrible. The second one, you can get lost a little bit. we won't get lost. The route doesn't allow us really to get lost too much. But 4-3, you're in for a treat here. So 4-1, the first two keys are kind of next to each other. We hold down here, then we just hold up and it's at the very top. So pretty short room here. We're going to dodge this arrow, and then we're also going to dodge like a guillotine looking thing. Don't know if that's many of those enemies in Sonic where we can get decapitated, but hey, we're going on, and there's 4-1. So once again, if you blink, you missed it. Now we're in a 4-2, so when I started learning 4-2, 4-2 was very, I did die quite a bit, let me say that, and it was various reasons. So once again, you could fall off ledges. This level introduces ledges like in an actual game that there's not platforms, where you just you can spin off the ledge and die. So we go right into the room there. This one we just hold straight up, right into the wall. Now this ledge here, if you get going too fast, you can actually fall off that ledge right there. And there was plenty of times when I was learning the run, I would just get a full charge dash and just yeet myself off the ledge and got to restart the whole thing over again. So we finished this. Now we got to backtrack all the way to where we started. So we got to go back out. I got to make sure I hold spin dash here because this enemy, if you pull up early right there, oh, and I just jinxed myself. So let's go back. I don't normally bounce myself off the wall there, so hey. We lost that key. As you see, it went into the abyss. So now it respawned back to where it's supposed to be. So I can say I've never done that before. So we got a whole old marathon cliche. I've never seen that. We've normally gotten hit by the guy. We've never actually bounced all the way back off the wall. That's what we're supposed to do. So let's just act like that never happened the first time. Okay. So now we're back in the second room here. The second room gets us this key. You got to avoid the fire. As long as you are rolling, you won't get hit by the fire. This is the first instant where doors don't matter. So you go in this door, right? We exit the door. That's not the same door we're in. We got to press a button to go back in this door, and it's not the same door we're in.
Oh my gosh.
So now we go all the way up to the top, all the way back around. And there is the third and final key right in front of the door. And we're out.
That is disgusting. How dare they do that? How dare
And we get a cutscene. We get a cutscene. Why? Can't ask me why. Birds coming out of a clock. I don't even know how that...
Sonic has made world peace. I think that's what they were going for with that one.
Exactly. Don't even know how it, relates, but hey, Sonic's the best. That's all we know.
True.
Okay, so 4-3. If there was a way that I could just tell you, just play 4-3, just like when you launch the game, go ahead and do it. This level is terrible casually, but again, I didn't have to play this game casually because I didn't want to. So let's grab this key here. We hit this another spring. We got to go to this room to the left. Now, once we go in here, we're on this blue platforms that push us to Nessie. We don't get to see Nessie there. We're going to go towards the bottom here. Don't go in that door. That'd be very scary. We want to go to this door right here. Now, coming up, this room right here. This room is the hardest room in the game. Let's go. Okay, so we got to hold up and A. We got it. Okay. If we go down to parts of the game that I don't really know, and it would take me a few seconds to get back to. So now we're going back up into this top corner. We want to push all the way down, get the third and final key. And then we're in the final rooms. We got to go down here. We got to avoid the spikes, because if you get hit by those spears, not spikes, those spears, and you go down, you have to work your way all the way back up, and those keys would vanish by the time you get there. So, but this has been a very fun run. We are on the final boss of the game. This is the longest fight of the game. So we got one more giant slope coming up, and we're gonna get some more rings as well. But this boss is one of the easier boss fights as well. Let me get my rings. There we go. And we're going to hold up and right. Now, this boss, unlike the other three, however, do not have rings in the boss stage. So if I take damage, there's a chance that I could die. Now, I'm going to say this because all speedrunners say this and it happens. I have not died on this boss ever.
Oh, no, don't say
so
that.
So please don't let me die here.
Don't
okay,
say
so
that.
we're going to see our idle animation here. All right. We just want more Labyrinth if I die. That's all we want, right?
True.
We're still good. So I'm gonna spin dash all the top of the screen, and we got falling Eggman bombs. They can't hurt us when we stand here. So we're just gonna kind of let the idle animation Sonic gets bored, and then he's gonna go ahead and give me a little nap here. Hurry up, Sonic. Oh, there we go. Okay, so then this whole boss fight is just kind of rinse and repeat. We stand just slightly in front of the circle. He moves. We spin dash forward, spin to win, back and forth. So each cycle takes 6 hits. There's actually 2 forms of this boss. I don't know what this boss is actually called. I mean, it's just Eggman, but... so this is hit number 3. Back here again, we got 3 more on this cycle, so we're just dodging these bombs. Now, the second phase is a little bit harder. It's the same exact thing, though. It kind of looks a little scary. If I was a kid, I would have been scared of this fight here, so... We got one more. So now we have Eggman's floating Robotnik head that shoots something out of its, like a little laser beam. It's very, very quick, so you got to make sure you kind of have it timed properly when you're going through here. But time is coming up in probably about 30 seconds, maybe. When I grab the emerald, it will be time. So there's 3 more hits, maybe. I lost count. So we're going to keep going here. Don't hit me in. Let's do a damageless fight. I believe there's 1 more hit here. And we're gonna roll right back into the emerald when we hit him. Oh, nope, I lied. Apparently I missed it somewhere. 1 more hit, maybe? There it is, and time.
GG.
Ooh, awesome, thank you, thank you. That was a solid, we're under estimate, that's all I care about. This was the first time I've ever shown off Labyrinth in a marathon, so I was definitely a little nervous about it just because it's still a newish game to me. But here's our ending cutscene. Eggman drops an emerald, and then we exit and we're out. Now, this game does have special stages, but I've never played them. If you watch a little bit of the game play demo, it shows a special stage. But yeah, that's the run. That was fun.
Nicely done. Well, thank you so much, Rhodes. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I definitely have a soft spot for the strange and silly Sonic games.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I was very happy to see this submitted, and very happy that you run it. And you've done a really nice run of it. So
thank you
so
appreciate
much.
That.
We've talked about your speedrunning escapades. If people want to catch you doing whatever you're going to do with your speedrunning escapades, where can they find you?
Yeah, so you guys can find me over at twitch.kingrhodestn. I'm currently going through all of the mainline Sonic games and just playing them. So I'm not as bold as Argic and doing top 10 games. I just want to play every Sonic game. I have never done that. So I'm going through the Sonic Encyclopedia, and I'm going through in chronological order, just playing all the Sonic games. So if you're ever interested in seeing some of that, and we dabble in some speedruns here and there for right now too. So yeah, but thank you guys for having me.
Brilliant. Thank you so much for being on. Everybody, the 8-bit action keeps on getting stranger. I feel like that's the right word. So we've had Sonic Labyrinth. It's sort of deviated from the 2D platformers that we've seen so far. And we're going to go into a Metroidvania type game. Yes, we're still in the Sonic series. We're going to be having Tails Adventure next, courtesy of Mindesi. So thank you so much. Keep sticking around. Just before we head off into this intermission, if you're watching on YouTube, hello. We also do these live on Twitch, twitch.tv/games done quick. You should catch us over here. We like to hype up the runners, and it looks like the chat really enjoyed that run, King Road. So thank you once again, and see you after the break.